All right, my friends, welcome to Fun Friday. Today we are drawing a velociraptor. The word velociraptor means speedy thief. Veloca is part of velocity, which means speedy, and raptor means thief or taker. Velociraptors are only about 6 feet tall, which is about the size of a grown-up man. And they have sharp eyesight, so they were most likely night hunters, and they hunted in packs, a lot like wolves. They have this cool sickle claw on their foot that they use when they are hunting to disable their prey, to make them slower so that they can catch them. So we are going to draw my favorite dinosaur, the velociraptor. All right, to get started, we are going to start by drawing shapes, and then we are going to fill them out in order to build a body. So the first thing we're going to do is draw an oval for that head, and then we are going to draw on an angle another oval for the body, and we're going to leave a little bit of space here for the neck. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that oval for the body, and then we're going to connect the neck with like a smile line here, and starting at about the middle of the head, we'll connect that to the body, and we'll give that a nice strong jaw. Now we're going to add that tail. Velociraptor tails are very thick and they are very strong, but they are not flexible like a cat tail or a dog tail where you can bend them. They tend to not move and just follow their bodies around. Now we'll erase these shapes on the inside that we've used as our guidelines so that we just have the outline of the body. I'm going to leave half of this line on the head because that is going to become the jaw line for where our velociraptor's mouth opens. If you'll notice, I just added a little bit of a curve so that it looks like the bottom of that jaw where it would open. Erase all my extra lines on the inside, and now we're going to move on to the legs. So for the legs, we're going to start by drawing an oval on an angle again, coming out this way. And then we're going to draw some rectangles. We'll overlap them, and we'll have one rectangle coming out this way, another one coming forward, and then we'll draw two lines to start the feet. And then we can erase those inside lines. Overlap. So you can see how we're using really simple shapes to build our guidelines. And then we're going to erase the top of our thigh muscle here. Now these thigh muscles are very strong. That's part of what gives them their power to run. We've got our leg with that nice bend here. For the back leg, we're going to do the same thing. Put in that half an oval. Now we're not going to see the whole oval because it's the other side of the body we're drawing this time. We're going to draw that rectangle that comes backward. We'll draw that rectangle that comes forward, and then we'll draw those two lines to make the feet, and we'll erase those lines on the inside. Looking good. Okay, now velociraptors have two toes that come forward, and then they have that sickle claw that points upward. Oops, I don't want to erase this line. So we're going to go ahead and put in those toes, and that sickle claw comes up. So I've got sort of like a V shape here, come out, over, and put in that sickle claw up. And we can go ahead and add those claw shapes now. And around out this leg, we can put in that sickle claw. It comes up and over. It's very sharp. This one's a little bit smaller because it's the other leg. For these front claws, they're curved and they almost work like cleats. They dig into the dirt when they're running to make our velociraptor a faster runner. Okay. Now let's add these arms. The velociraptor has longer arms than a T-Rex, and they are shaped similar to ours. So we can add that shoulder and the top half of the arm, and then there's an elbow and a bend. We can erase this line here. Now velociraptors have 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make that one a little longer. And we'll draw in the other arm. Put that in, put in the bend. We'll put those 3 fingers in. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, we will see the claws on this hand. We'll just put in some little triangles. 1, 2, 3. But on this hand, because it's the opposite way, we're only going to see the tips pointing through. 1, 2, 3. Very sharp claws.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's move on to the head. For the head, we are going to open that mouth up by putting a little V shape in here. At least halfway to the back of the head, open it. And we're going to erase this outside line that once connected it. Velociraptors are carnivores, so their teeth are sharp and pointy so that they can tear into meat. Herbivores are, excuse me, herbivores are dinosaurs that eat leaves, and their teeth are flat so they can grind. We'll add a nostril here so our dinosaur can breathe, and we'll add some eyeballs. And that is our velociraptor. So I'm going to add a little bit of a ground horizon line here so that our dinosaur isn't floating. And then we'll talk a little bit about color. So dinosaurs, birds, lizards, they often have a lighter color underbelly. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. I'm only going to use 3 colors to color my velociraptor. So I'm using this is green yellow from my crayon box. And because this is Fun Friday, you can make yours any color you want. I'm going to come in here on the jaw and make that the lighter color. I'm going to color the body red-orange. Come in around the eye, come in under the teeth. If you like, you can do a little outlining to make those pieces stand out more. Get those arms in. Okay, now when we put the stripes on, we're going to add stripes to make it look like it was camouflaged. And we can do stripes one of 2 ways. We can do the traditional way of adding stripes just by drawing out those lines on. Or we can do a way that sort of looks like a tornado drawing almost, and will give us the illusion of camouflage. So you could draw your lines straight up and down like normal stripes. We can show you that right here. Draw them in. And they look fine. They're just stripes. Or you can draw your stripes across and into almost a triangle shape. So they're wider at the top and they get more narrow at the bottom. Okay, they're sort of like a tornado. And I like to use these because they tend to look more like camouflage on our dinosaur. Okay, see the difference? We've got those 3 stripes that just went up and down, and then we've got our triangle back and forth camouflage stripes. And I make them a little smaller as they get down the tail. Okay, if you wanted to add more detail, you could. I would go in with some black and add in some more outlining. I would put in the eyes. You could even use a Sharpie to outline it. And add the rest of that detail. All right, my friends, enjoy. Happy Fun Friday.